It's the month of May, and it's Asian Awareness Month. It's for everything that Asians had to deal with, and all their accomplishments over there's so many years. And they need to be recognized as much as every other racial background, because when it comes to like anti-Asian hate crime, it's usually the perpetrator who gets away with everything, but it's never the Asian who is the actual victim. Even if they report it, they won't actually get the help they need. That's why some have kept silent, but this is when it's time to like speak up. Because agents have contributed a lot of hard work in the Americas. With the Filipinos working at farms and workplaces, helping these Caucasians, but never able to raise their own families. Chinese people doing dangerous work and making the Canadian Pacific Railway, doing Pacific part, which several had died doing because explosives had involved, and they were paid less. When World War II happened, and Imperial Japan attacked Vancouver Island and Pearl Harbor, that's when the United States decided to put anyone who was Japanese or Japanese descent living in the United States, putting them in concentration camps. And then Canada and Mexico would also follow that practice. Now this wasn't like the concentration camps in Nazi Germany that's severe, but they just put these Japanese people. They took away their jobs and put them in these camps. Even if you weren't 100% Japanese, even if you're like an immigrant, if you're like mixed race or have like a trace of Japanese background in you, you would be put in there. And even though after the war ended and Imperial Japan lost, the Japanese people in the United States, they never got their jobs back, and they never got like an apology. Meanwhile, in Canada, they did manage to get a formal apology. There was the Koreatown riot that happened between Korean immigrants and the Black Brown community in Los Angeles because the Koreans who immigrated, they just wanted a better life because life was hard at the time in South Korea because back in the day it was very difficult. Now South Korea you see now, no, we're the top of the list, but back in the day they were hard workers. And then since they're trying to get these well-paying jobs, just because they didn't want to be judged by these Caucasians, they were just unfortunately some black brown people, they got jealous and they started to get really racist and they started to attack them. And then this Curtin War riot happened and the police did get involved. So if you ever go to Curtin in Los Angeles, yeah, building you see now, yeah, the older version that they were actually burned down. And then all the things changed over the years. There was some anti-Asian hate because of what generally what some Asians how they dressed, how they what they ate, and the cultural difference. And back in the day, they weren't used to that. Nowadays, they want to know more about different Asian cultures. But back in the day, they didn't care. But now it's brought to light. and do a lot of hard work. And then the Chinese people, they started making Chinese food, but it was not traditional. You can find actual traditional in some Chinese restaurants, but the stuff you'll find like spring rolls, not traditional. The Korean immigrants, they invented an egg kalbi, which made its way to the motherland, and now it's also available in South Korea now. And there's still this debate in by the Japanese immigrant in Canada and the United States, where the two sushi chefs, both Japanese background. The first one, he made the California roll because they were in Vancouver, British Columbia, because at that time you just had to show your like driver's license, or any kind of evidence that you're a legal citizen, and you could just cross the Canada-U.S. Border. After 9/11, you can't, but there was a lot of visitors who came to Vancouver for the views and what they had to offer. So he decided to name it California Roll, and avocado was used. But then there was also a sushi chef in Los Angeles, California state, United States, who also did the same thing. So there's a lot of debates on like who actually did it first. Japanese sushi, you see outside Japan, is way different because Japanese sushi, that would they'd have the rice and they would have like the fish, and they would put actual wasabi in the middle, not you dipping in soy sauce and wasabi added, because that's the traditional way. Outside Japan, they don't. It's really hard to find like a traditional way of doing it, and because avocados aren't grown regarding making rolls like California rolls and other kind of like sushi rolls. There are some avocados grown in Japan now, but not much. But people don't really know about that. the countries in Asia, there have been more that have become independent from China, and now if you open Google Maps, you will see these new countries, and also name changes from Burma to Myanmar, and then these new countries. They do speak Chinese and some other similar languages, but they do have some part of China. So hard work really paid off, and Asian countries they're well known for making products and their food and different stuff in their culture that people they enjoy it. They try the food, they love it. Because everyone had at least one K-pop song. They have watched at least one Japanese anime and has tried maybe traditional or not traditional. Into K-pop industry and it's so big and even other countries like China, Japan, Thailand, and even the United States, they will send their singers and to South Korea and then make form these groups. And Japanese anime is shown everywhere, manga everywhere. Now everyone try to replicate everything, but not accurate. Because it's actually the how an actual someone from the Asian culture, what they make, but outside of that, they would not really do well. But unfortunately, anti-Asian hate crime that really continued when the corona pandemic started and former President of the United States, Donald Trump, he said some very rude things to the Chinese people and anyone who looks Chinese. After the coronavirus virus was found in China, but that was in a United States funded lab. And then people who are Asian, they started getting attacked physically, verbally, cyber. And then hashtag Stop Asian Hate started popping up. And it's still talked about till this day because it's still going on. People are still underpaid no matter what. If you have a different race background, no matter what gender you are, even if you have a different sexual belief, even if you identify as transgender, they'll still treat you very poorly because you have an Asian background, you're underpaid, they have they say rude things behind you, and all they do is endorse Asian culture, but they show absolutely no respect to Asian people who actually created all these things from their culture. And all they do is try to be racist and xenophobic. Try to do the same way they treated the Black Brown committee. Yes, it's not bad, and that's why Asian awareness means a lot, and not just only in the United States doing their Asian American Pacific Islander because racism happened in also in England and also in Australia. But don't just see this as just like May and for Asian Awareness Month. Put it as every day. Show some respect. And, and if you know any Asian people, get an Asian friend and associate with them. Learn about their culture, and always defend them when someone's trying to be racist.